Welcome to Card of the Day. Today we're going to talk about a card that's a little bit unusual, and I haven't heard many people talk about it, especially talk about it in terms of really that it's something you'd want to play. I'm not sure I disagree with that, but I'd want to give a little bit of a different perspective on Dune Diviner. And this card is a 2/3 Naga Cleric. Um, Casts for 2 and a green, so if you look at the vanilla test, it's a little bit below normal. You're not going to necessarily want to play this just as a creature itself. But as we've talked about before, there is a Deserts Matter theme going on in Hour of Devastation, and so it's very likely you're going to be playing uh, at least a couple, 3 deserts in most of your decks, assuming you can get them. And if you're doing that, I actually think that this can be a nice sort of late game mana sink to let you just sort of prop up your life total, especially if you're getting into something like a board stall or if you're maybe trying to play for the late game. Um, so the nice thing here is that with a lot of cards that have an activated ability, you like pay a certain amount of mana, you tap the card, and then you can do the ability. But with some of them, like Dune Diviner, the ability doesn't actually require the tapping of the creature, which means that unless it says otherwise, you can do it multiple times. And that's the situation here. So the ability on it says pay 1 generic, tap an untapped desert you control, and you gain 1 life. So this is on-demand life gain, which could be useful, of course, with something like Crested Sunmare deck or something that cares about life gain. But more specifically, it's just a nice late game mana sink where if you have a couple deserts and you've maybe been ramping, because that's sort of what green does anyways, if you've got 7 mana, you draw a card off the top, you play a 3 mana creature, you've got 4 that's just sitting there doing nothing. Suddenly now you tap 2 deserts, tap 2 other mana, gain a couple of life that turn as well. If you're getting into a board stall state or something where you're sort of getting low on life total, this can really make a difference. And in fact, I've played a couple of games where Dune Diviner has sort of taken over the game late, as weird as that seems, because gaining 2 life or 3 life a turn over time really starts to add up. So not necessarily saying this card's going to be something that you need to prioritize or that's great, but I think that I actually like it enough that if I'm already playing deserts and if I've got some reasonable ramp or the expectation that I might need a mana sink in green, I would probably take this somewhere in the 8 to 10 range in a pack, maybe even a little bit earlier. Um, I think it's actually a decent card. I'm not going to say it's great or anything, but it's something that may have been overlooked, and you may be able to pick it up and find some use out of it. So that's our card of the day, Dune Diviner. Uh, yeah, somewhere in the 8 to 10 range. If you're playing sealed, I think it might even be a little bit better than that because the games tend to go a little bit longer. That's it for today. We'll see you tomorrow with another card of the day.